suggested this topic as a possibility 2 weeks ago, or give or take something like that, and it's still a theme in my life. But I think that the topic has changed. Like the topic is still the topic, but the re what I'll probably share on is different.
Okay, awesome. I mean,
So,
I think it's such a relevant, you know, um, it's on top of everyone's mind at the moment. Every conversation I'm having, it's this whole conversation around slowing down. Have you stopped yet for Christmas? That kind of feel. So I'm interested to hear your story with
well,
this.
yeah, because I think people will relate just with the whole franticness of Christmas and getting everything done, and it's like you don't know if you're coming or you're going or whatever. You just
What day of the week it is, or yep,
trying to get through the list of all the things that you think you need to have done or have told
that's
yourself you
me.
need to have done. Yeah, they're all over the place. They don't stop. They just keep growing, and then you make seven of them. And anyways, um, all right. So slowing down to speed up, and the value of slowing down, specifically. So, I had a situation happen a week or two ago. I'm not even sure now, and I somebody overstepped their limits with me, and I decided that I wanted to write a letter because I didn't want to continue the conversation that we had. But
Yep.
when I wrote this letter, the first version was maybe really pointed, maybe
And
aggressive,
maybe emotional, maybe.
maybe emotional, maybe a lot of things, right? And I rewrote it, and I rewrote it, and I rewrote it.
Did it get less emotional?
And I passed it off to my wife, and she read it, and then I rewrote it. I probably rewrote it several times. But the value in the slowing down helped me get really clear on what I needed to say for me, why I needed to say what I was saying, and to really clearly articulate some boundaries that I felt were necessary. And I felt really good about it, even though I knew it was a very direct message. And I just felt like, and I'm sure we've been all been there where we wrote that first initial angry email, and then we like, okay, I know that was maybe off the cuff. I'm glad I didn't press send. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
Oh, I have a rule when I'm doing emails that I don't put in the to who it's to,
Oh, just in case. Yeah.
just in case I accidentally press send. And it's really good because on Gmail I have an option to undo the message.
There's a 5 minute window though, I
It's
think.
like it's like I don't know, I don't think it's 5 minute window. It's like a 10-second window.
Yeah, the
But
undo.
I do not I just don't put in the who it's going to. I'd rather retype that in, even if I'm doing a reply, because I'm like, no, I'm not risking that going yet.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure, and I needed to keep reading it and going through it to be really clear on my why. Like, okay, was that really necessary? No, it's not. That's for me, or that's my ego, or that's my whatever. So I just kept refining, but refining based on the value of my intention, my why, and the limits that I'm willing to accept. And I was really proud of what I had done. I know it was hard, and it was probably very hard for the other person to read this, but for me, it needed to happen. So I think what I wanted to highlight specifically for this chat was that there's a great value in slowing yourself down, because when we're in that emotional state and we're triggered and things are going on, we don't have access to solutions, answers, and good ideas, because it's all your energy is in a place that is not welcoming of that at all.
Yeah, so we at the moment I'm helping my niece, my sister and I are helping her out, and we have a rule for her now. There is no response for 24 hours. So if she gets a message that she's not comfortable with, and that could be a request from us even. Like
Hmm.
if we're saying, oh, can
Yeah.
you do this now? Because this needs to progress this thing. She's allowed to come back and go, I will look at that tomorrow. Because we've got to give ourselves space to have a reaction and not verbalize it and project it onto other people. And so we've done this standard 24-hour rule. For other things, there's a 48-hour rule because what that means is then that gives us a chance for her to have that 24 hours and then us to have 24 hours to go, okay, how are we actually dealing with this? Um, and that gap is been a godsend.
For sure.
The
You're gonna you're
responses.
yeah, you're going to probably what words? Words are not coming. But like you're going to spare the
Well,
the hurt that is not necessarily necessary because you're triggered with your own stuff and need to deal with your own things, right? So why put that onto somebody else when you don't need to? Like own your shit
because
and then
yeah, and then be able to act on something
yeah.
in more logic or more pointed or more appropriate, all of those things. Yeah. And yet this is where it gets a little tricky because when we're emotional, we don't always recognize that we're highly emotional.
Hmm.
So being able to pull back from that and not take that action, that's one of the interesting things we've been observing is there's this immediate reaction that wants to happen. And I say that the reaction wants to happen because you can logically know that you should wait.
Yeah.
And then the reaction seems to take over.
I have another example. I just thought of this as you're bringing that up. I used to have a client, and his goal in his business was to be able to pull himself out of the work aspect and be able to pass on more of the work to his employees and things like that. He wanted to be more on the business side and less in the work. And his impulse was when a client called to him, he would like, "Oh yeah, I got a spot. I can fit you right in." Or I'm only 5 minutes from the office. I can take you right now. I mean, he's in a helping field, whatever, physical therapy, whatever, and he always wanted to be in service,
I
right?
very much relate to that.
Right. He wants to be there to help his clients, and that's amazing. However, because we worked together, and his goal was for him to
To
pull himself
pull
out and to
out.
have
Yeah.
more family time and stuff like that. He knew, but he needed a break from that. He needed a way to not unconsciously just say yes because I should or I normally do to okay,
But like a
I need a little break, a little pause so that I
pause.
can process how does this bringing on this client today affect what I said that I wanted, right?
Yes.
So like you for like a different version of this is, and he's doing something that's good, right? But it's not good for him now. It's not serving his uh, bigger vision for himself and where he wants to go and how he wants to be. So just having that break allowed him to think,
Yeah.
basically not respond and react and just be with himself, give himself some time to assess what he can do and when he could put it in. And it's probably not that urgent, but he's made it urgent for him. He's made it where he has to respond right away, which is
Yes.
his own making, right? And
And
that's
look,
what keeps him in his work.
I mean, this is the thing. I got caught in that just last week. Yes, associated with my niece, but I had put all this self-pressure on myself of what was expected to happen on a particular day. And she was at work, my other sister was at work, and so I was the one that had to do it. And I put this entire pressure, and there may have been a pressure release which looked like a bit of an explosion of this is frustrating me. I can't do this anymore. Something like that. Um, and I had to work through that because I was just in this reaction of I have to get it done and this isn't fair and all of the energy that that took was exhausting. So sometimes, so what I experienced is I was there was a pause that was forced on me
Mm.
because I was so frustrated I just was forced to walk away. Um, and that's actually harder to come back from. So I much prefer to be proactive in my pausing, but I must admit that was not last week. because we get so caught up with just
Mhm.
emotions. I mean, it does seem to be a human thing as we learn to be more effective humans, is not being overrun by the emotion.
Yeah, I have a colleague and friend who always says we're human beings, not human doings. But we have got ourselves wound up so much in getting stuff done that we don't relax. And I find that if we go through a stretch that is hyper that way, like really off the charts, something is going to slow you down. A slip and fall, a car accident, an illness, something is going to pop up. It's like, hey, dude, relax. You gotta peel back a little bit. And I've actually come to appreciate that. Like, even if it could be traffic, right? You're like, I'm in a hurry, but this person in
I
front
want
of
to get there.
me doing 40 and a 60. Like, what's wrong with this person? But you're like, okay, what's the big deal? What is that 20 kilometers an hour difference really in the grand scheme of things going to change? Not a whole lot. Just
Yeah.
relax. Just go on for the ride and just be while
Yep.
everyone else is doing stupid stuff around
And yes.
you.
And yes, and try not to be frustrated by all the stupid stuff going on around you. Um, yeah, and then applying that. So I when we kind of talked about this topic earlier today, this week, I was like, oh, good. Today I actually get to put it in action.
Hmm.
So today I have essentially my morning is work, and then I've got lots of little things on my to-do list, but in actual fact, the way I'm going to approach them is not all of them have to be done today.
Mhm.
I just piled them on there because I was like, oh, I've got all of Friday afternoon off. I'll just put that there and that there. So now Friday afternoon is full. But what I'm going to do is look at each one of them and go, does that need to be done today? Or can that be moved to, I don't know, maybe between Christmas and New Year, which is 2 weeks away?
Hmm.
Oh, that might be novel. Um, there's all these like choices. Yes, there's some things that are going to have to be done today, like wrapping silly Christmas t-shirts so they're ready for Christmas Day that I bought for the family to wear. That's a thing that's got to happen. Um, but there's other things that aren't going to matter till the 7th of January. So why am I putting the pressure on today, the 19th, to get it done? So I'm applying that today. And it's also a psychological thing for me leading into Christmas, because like you said at the top of this craziness of number of things to get done before Christmas Day. Like I found myself just yesterday. So we make cherry pies for Christmas Day. It's one of our traditions that we've done in the last few years. It hasn't been all of Angel's Life, but we've done it in a row enough times now that it's now a tradition. And this year I want to just play board games for the day. So I do not want to be interrupted with pipping cherries and pulling stems off and all that rubbish. So I was like, right, I have to get that done before Christmas. And we have to get this other thing done before Christmas. And like the list is piling up. And then there's going to be huge amounts of activity on Christmas Day. So I'm taking note for the next 6 days. It's technically 6 days here to just let things go into flow
Hmm.
and take the pressure off and really choose, do I need to do this today? Can it be done some other time? And asking myself that question, which is a version of the pause.
I'm actually curious, did this come about your your awareness to slow down? Did it come about because the topic I raised was this is the topic I want to talk about?
Uh, it was a good reminder that I had committed to slowing down leading into Christmas.
And you committed that to whom?
Myself
Out loud?
out loud.
Okay.
Um, so I and out loud to myself, and I was also sharing it with friends and my best friends so that I keep saying it to them, anytime I come across them, which, at this time of year, it was quite novel this morning. I was actually having coffee with friends, which I haven't done all week because I've been so busy doing stuff anyway. But I've been saying to him, um, just let me get to Friday and I'm actually present. Like we are even joking. I haven't unpacked or packed the dishwasher in the last 2 weeks because I just haven't got to it. And he's just come home and done the stuff and just magically being done. And
Oh,
it's not
I
that it's
thought
my
maybe it had
job.
just been sitting there done for 2 weeks.
No,
You haven't touched it.
but I just haven't got to it. And so there's sort of all these things that it doesn't matter. He'll pick up the slack. That's fine. But I was like, I really just want to get back to, oh, actually, yeah, I can unpack the dishwasher, like have a choice to do that.
Mm.
Rather than being doing everything for everyone else, which it has been a little bit of in the last month. So I had made a commitment to myself and continued to tell myself by telling others that that's what I was doing, so that the voice was louder.
Yeah, I think it's interesting when you declare something to other people, there's a different level of accountability that comes with it because you said you're gonna do it. It's one thing to say it to yourself and say it like, I'm gonna do this, and you keep it to yourself. It doesn't have the same weight, right? I'm
No,
gonna start going to the gym again. I'm gonna stop eating muffins. Whatever, right? Like it's if it's internal, somehow
it
it's not enough. Like it does, it's like it's not real yet.
yeah, yeah, it's not loud enough, and sometimes when you make those commitments, it feels uncomfortable. If you're a bit like me that does like to serve others and be available and all of those good things, uh, I forget what the limit is or what my limit is. And
Mhm.
and if I just go, I'll just leave those spaces open if somebody wants them. And then I just went the other day, I went, you know what? I'm not holding this space anymore. I'm actually going to choose to do this other thing on that day. I'm not waiting for someone to make an appointment. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, too bad. So there's a bit more coming back to what works for me. But yes, saying it out loud so that my best friend at the gym just this morning could go, and how's your Friday? Um, yeah, very important. Because particularly this time of year, we just get so caught up in the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
I, I mean, I feel like there are a lot of things going on, but I also find my mind races beyond. It's constantly trying to figure the next thing out before the thing is fully cooked. And I ended up having to stop myself yesterday because I have a new client and I was trying to come up with the plan, and I'm always really um, conscious that I want them to be a part of the creation of it, right? But in my mind, there's like I got to be ready. I've got to have something. I've got to. This is what we've got to do. But I don't even know her schedule yet. Like I don't even know like I'm like okay, slow down. Let's just have a conversation. I'm going to invite her for a conversation. We're going to have a chat. We're going to talk about schedule and what would be the best orientation of that. What does that look like? Does this is what I see and this is what I have available. Does that work for you? Is that what you want? Instead of trying to cook it all up before,
And have it all
which,
decided.
right. And it's not for me to decide anyways. She's
Yeah.
the one driving the boat anyways. I just need her to, anyways, I put the cart in front of the horse and it wasn't going to go in a straight direction, that's for sure.
And we've been applying that because we have a small a short cruise we are doing at the end of January, and Ren's is really hanging out for that. He does love being on a cruise. Um,
Hanging out for that?
and
Like he's
yeah,
excited?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Aussieism. Got it. Hanging out.
And you know. yeah, I don't even know how to describe the hanging out. It's like waiting for it and going, "Oh, but I want it to happen now." Like we're hanging
Anticipate
out for
in
it.
anticipation. Like he's like, yeah,
Yes.
go. Yeah,
Yeah, can we be there
can't, I
already?
can't
You
wait.
know?
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And I go, we've got to get to Christmas. Let's enjoy Christmas. Like we've got some activities to go. We've got people dropping around. We've got these things to do. How about we just get to Christmas?
Mm.
And so I schooled him on that. Go me. But I might have a holiday coming up later next year, and I mean like already there. And it's like, hang on a minute. I've got to bring myself back to Christmas and the cruise before I can get there. But it's this constant pulling back
Mm.
to make sure that we focus now in the present. What's needed now?
Y-
Is that response needed? Is that reaction needed? Or maybe just some sitting time?
Yeah.
So yes, we have it a bit across everything at the moment.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're a little bit all over the place too, but I think it just speaks to how many things are going on. And if your head is always thinking about the next thing, you are not here, you're there, but you
Yeah.
can't be there. You can only be here.
Yes. So no matter how many plans you put in place and you go, isn't that amazing? And that'll be great. And blah. But really, what did Renz ask me this morning about something about the cruise? Oh, have you checked about the thing? It's because normally you have a lanyard for the cruise, but Disney has some other thing you can wear, or I don't know whether it's a bracelet or a
Yeah.
something. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I think you can pre-order them more. And I'm like, oh, look, I'm willing to just get on the boat and work it out. Like, really?
But we're gonna save 15 minutes. We won't be stuck in that line.
Right? Yeah, that'll be the thing. And it's like, because we might just wear the lanyards, whatever. Like really, I don't know. So I'm keen to just chill, but he's a bit planning on this. And come back to my phrase. He's hanging out to get on the cruise.
So do you deal with Ren's differently when it comes to his own kind of jumping ahead?
I just remind him that we need to focus on Christmas first, and then I'll ask him about, oh, so when are you picking up the brisket that we're cooking this weekend? And I'll just get him focused on more of a now thing.
It's not a trick, is it? You're not like
A
a dog,
little.
like a dog treat, like here, buddy, here. Let's stay
Come and
focused.
focus on this thing. No, I'd say it's more comparable to like the 3-year-old where you go, I know this was really important to you, but wait, look over here.
Hmm.
This is much more fun, isn't
It's a bait and switch, is what that is.
it? But sometimes that's what we need, right?
Hmm.
I I so I've also got it appearing somewhere else in my world. As a board member on PSA, I'm now transitioning from one portfolio to another
Okay.
portfolio. I can't quite stop working in portfolio one because I'm doing that up until the first week of January-ish.
Hmm.
There'll be some things that'll just sort of slide over into the second week, but that's kind of the cutoff time. And then I have to give myself time to ramp up into the other portfolio. And it's like, stop racing, Chris. You don't know everything you need to do for this new portfolio. You can only do what you've got in front of you. Like,
Hmm.
just stay focused.
Yeah.
Um, so some of the things that I put in my calendar for this afternoon is a bit of that new portfolio. So I'm going to have to be really strong and go, and do you actually have all the information to put that in place? A specific example is creating a 90-day plan for this new portfolio. What exactly do I know goes into that 90-day plan? Not much. Not much. Don't have the information yet.
You're not there yet.
It might be a great idea to have a 90-day plan for it. That'd be amazing. But jumping ahead
Hmm.
and having to get it done today. Why? Who's gonna look? Who's gonna know?
It's just that weird internal pressure that we've got to perform all the time, I think.
Yes.
And
So taking some breaths and slowing down and refocusing in the now.
it sounds
Um,
simple.
it does, but I so acknowledge that the emotion gets in the way. That it really does. It takes us, it distracts us. Emotion can really be distracting.
I think I'm teasing a little bit, like it's how do you do that is hard, but it really is actually quite easy to get into just a quick little slowed down moment of just a few like deep breaths.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, maybe, not while you're driving, but just to like take it in for a minute. Look around you,
Yes.
feel your body, feel like the urgency isn't there necessarily around you. The urgency is in here.
Yeah.
So getting out of this into this a little bit and trying to just relax with a few breaths just to kind of like recenter yourself. And then you can decide if you want to continue to run the race or, make a different choice and slow it down a bit.
Yes. Give that 24 hours
Yeah, for you're
before
right.
re
Sure.
responding, or rewrite something as many times as you need so that you feel comfortable, or, not putting the who that email is going to.
That's just the fail safe. That's just to keep the trap door from flopping open by accident. So yeah, that's important. That's important.
Yeah, and that means that we can show up when it is this time of year and it is Christmas and we're doing all of the showing up for family or showing up for others or inviting people over, all of those things. Oh, now I have to clean up the house and I have to do all the things. And it's like, well, I don't know. We had a range hood delivered a week or two ago. It is still in cardboard boxes sitting in our dining room. Great location for it. It's not even unpacked out of the box.
What's the rush?
What's the rush? Um, New fridge arrived. It's plugged in and working. That's enough, isn't it?
There you go.
Um, it's like, well, we could focus on having to get that done and up and whatever. Also, people that are coming, they're probably not even going to care. They're not
No, they're
going to
not there to
care.
see the range hood.
They won't care. They'll just think, oh, that'll be fun for you to install in January in the heat and have a little joke about it. That'll be it. But that pressure of, oh, where are we going to put the box? And there's two boxes. It's just, yes, all the pressure. And really, we want to stay present for who we are connecting with over this next
I think that's
period of time.
a pretty good thing to ask yourself. What what's the rush or why is this so important? Because if you
Yeah.
dig down into the depth of it, it's probably not. And if it is, you'll do something about it. But if it's not,
Yep,
what's the difference if
totally.
the hood goes up tomorrow, which is probably going to cause more stress because you've got more things you've got to do and it's never as straightforward as it's supposed to be and things don't fit, whatever. And then now you're out of hood and now you're hosting, but now you're stressed because you didn't finish the thing.
Yes. So maybe just don't install it over Christmas.
Yeah, wait till the first week of
Wait.
January.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Awesome. Excellent. You and I should be all good now to slow down over Christmas. We're sorted.
Well, one thing I appreciate a lot about these conversations, actually specifically you and my friend Karen, I always feel slowed down because I've gotten a lot of the ideas out. So it's a place to dump it out and then just sit in it without having to do.
Yes, it does give us an opportunity to do that, doesn't it? Because otherwise we're very busy being busy.